Hi, happy Friday. I've just finished my latest Facebook Live. We had a wonderful chat about whether we were metric people or whether we were imperial feet and inches. Do pop over to Facebook and have a look and see where you fall within that spectrum. The video that you're about to see was recorded live and with those live comments. We're looking at Amethyst this week, the wonderful birthstone for February. I hope you enjoy watching as much as I enjoyed making it. Do let me know in the comments if you've got a February birthday and if the amethyst properties apply to you. I'd love to know. Let's listen in. Chesterfield, and it's Friday night. Woo! Hi everybody, happy Friday. Lovely to have your company on this wonderful Friday evening in February. Oh my goodness, in February now, and it's been a gorgeous day today here in Chesterfield. I hope it's been just as fabulous where you are. So cold this morning. Was it cold where you were? I had to, I put on my vintage faux fur this morning, and a vintage faux fur hat as well. I'm always wanted, never knowingly under accessorised. So as soon as it was cold, I thought, yes, yeah, the winter accessories can come back out. As much as I'm looking forward to spring, yeah, the winter accessories needed to be done today, I think, because it was still very chilly. It's lovely to be here with you. I've got some gorgeous new pieces to show you tonight, some new amethyst, the birthstone for February. So if you are watching with me, then do pop a comment below and say hi and let me know that I've got your company. I love to know who's watching with me. The birthstone for February, of course, is amethyst. Let me know if it's your birthday in Feb. Apparently you're quite balanced people. Happy Friday to Georgina. Lovely to have your company. So I'd be interested to know if that's the case, if you're quite balanced people and quite spiritual people, quite in tune with other people's thoughts and feelings apparently in February. Let me know if this is ringing a bell, if it's your birthday. Good evening to Pauline. Happy Friday. Lovely to have your company. So let's show you some of the new pieces that we've got tonight. All amethyst, all bar one is amethyst tonight. So I'm excited to show you and see what you think. We've got some new amethyst earrings. Now amethyst is, I've probably said to you before, one of the most popular gemstones of all the gemstones we do, and that's a lot. It's always amethyst that I get asked for again and again and again. Happy Friday to Sarah. Happy Friday to Pauline. Amethyst, it was your birthday in Feb. Oh, happy birthday, Pauline. Happy Friday, Caroline. Happy Friday, Kathleen. Lovely to have you with me tonight. Yes, the birthstone for February, and it is one of the most popular gemstones that we do. I think it's just such a gorgeous colour, isn't it, with the purple? And looks beautiful, faceted and cut on cabochon. She says looking to see if she's got any cabochon tonight to show, but no, we're all faceted tonight, I think. And in a gorgeous array of colour as well. So amethyst naturally found purple, but you can add a little bit of heat treatment and you can turn amethyst green if you want to. Natural green amethyst is found as well, but a lot of amethyst that you see that is green amethyst has had a little bit of heat added to it. Leslie says, not my birthstone, but amethyst is a lovely gemstone. It is, isn't it? One of my favourites. Georgina's loving these. They're gorgeous, aren't they? Look at the length on those. They are just fab. And a nice piece of silver as well there. So the silver's not the whole focus, but it does really add to these amethysts. Let me just bring them in a little bit and show you. So they're pear shape. The amethyst is faceted, and if you haven't watched before, if you're not a jewellery person, then facets are these, let's just see if I can get the light to show you. Do you see how they've got different cuts to them? Well, that's a gemstone that has been faceted. There we go. And two in there, they're just that little bit off centre, a little bit quirky. Hi to Stephanie, hi to Elsa, happy Friday. Lovely to have your company. And they're a nice length, these ones. Nice movement to them as well. So you see when you move there, they move with you. A nice drop, but they're not too sort of over the top, I don't think. Even though they're a nice drop, they're not sort of too chunky clunky, are they? They're a nice shape. And I like the way that they draw the eye because of this, oops, the way that we've got the taper in the centre. I think this almost looks as though it spins when it's in your ear. What do you think? Absolutely gorgeous. Stephanie says, Laura Jo, lovely to see you and Adam a couple of days ago. Oh, it was lovely to see you too. And you were adorned as well. Bumped into Stephanie and Elsa, and I assured them that we don't do spot checks. So if you are out and about and you see me and you're not wearing any of our jewellery, that's okay. you don't have to worry too much. But you were both wearing fabulous jewellery, as always, of course. So a lovely length on those, £45, these ones. They're on a hook, which I know a lot of you like. Let me show you the one that's off the ear stick to show you the fitting on there. And the hooks make it nice and easy to put in and out, don't they? And of course, with all of our hooks at the moment, I'm putting a pair of stoppers, as I call them, in with these. So they're little plastic bags and they will fit perfectly on the back of your hooks. And it just makes them a little bit more secure. So if you're wearing a mask, or if you're wearing, you know, if you do jumpers or scarves or that kind of thing, anything that you're going to go like that with and unhook those earrings, then the stoppers will help you out with that. If you've got hook earrings at home and you haven't got stoppers for them, then stud earrings, the little butterflies from stud earrings, will fit nicely on the back of your hooks, and they just stop them again just falling out or getting hooked out. I've got stoppers on the back of mine today. I've borrowed a pair of butterflies from one of my pairs of studs. Oh, you're most welcome, Stephanie. So £45, those ones. I wanted to show you our new amethyst tonight. I'm always excited when we get some new pieces, as you know. But of course, because it's February and it's amethyst birthstone, it just seems so apt for me to show you these tonight. The next piece that I want to show you has amethyst, but not as the main attraction. Amethyst is the support act in this piece, in this gorgeous rose quartz pendant. And I absolutely adore rose quartz. It's absolutely wonderful. Again, some of my favourite shapes in here. So a nice pear drop at the bottom and the two amethysts. Apologies to those who aren't a fan of asymmetry because this is a little bit asymmetrical. And we've got the wave running through the middle there. A very, very delicate, soft pink rose quartz. And I thought this would be a lovely piece to show you tonight because, of course, it's Valentine's weekend. So it's Valentine's Day on Monday. If you haven't been out and got your cards, then now's the time. Kate says, made it. I hope I haven't missed anything. No, Kate. No, we've had a pair of earrings and we're on to the pendant. I'll show you the earrings just in case you missed those. There they are. The amethyst earrings, there they were. Gorgeous. Lovely. And it's a nice excuse, Valentine's Day, isn't it? Especially because you can send Valentine's Day cards to lots of people that you love. It doesn't just have to be your beau. It can be anybody that you're friends with, just a chance to spread a little bit of love in the world, which is always lovely. And rose quartz is the gemstone of love and care, and I thought that would be a lovely fitting piece to show you tonight. So rose quartz on the top and the bottom, and two, so the rose quartz is on cabochon, so soft domed ever so slightly, if you can see, there we are, and then faceted amethyst along the side there. And I think these two colours just complement each other absolutely wonderfully, don't they? The softness of the pink, very, very gentle, and then the deeper purple of the amethyst, not too deep, the amethyst here, but just lovely and subtle. Kate says, love those. Gorgeous, aren't they? The earrings. A nice generous bail on this pendant as well. So you will be able to wear that on your talk if you've got your Adorn talk. In fact, I'll show you because I'm actually wearing our Love Heart talks, and I had to remember then which one I was wearing. So I've got my blue john on. Let's show you how this is going to look. So that's the Love Heart talk. I know a few of you have gone for that one. A few of you have got the halo. A few of you have got the original Adorn talk. A few of you have got, like me, a couple of them to swap and change. And it's great when we get these pendants. I always have a look and see if I can find one with a bail to fit. There we go. So just to show you how that will sit on your talk, I think that fits really nicely, doesn't it? And lovely to see the back of that pendant all open as well. Let's put my pendant back on. There we are. So the gemstones rest against you as well, which is lovely. Absolutely gorgeous. £75 this one, including the chain. Stephanie says, Laura Jo, Elsa's got the big teddy bear as an early Valentine's gift. Oh, that's so lovely. And Elsa's put the big teddy bear with her other teddy bears. Oh, that's so lovely. She was a very big teddy bear. She was very gorgeous. And Georgina says, looks fab. Thank you. That does look gorgeous on the talk, doesn't it? So £75 including the chain. And of course 16-inch, 18-inch or 20-inch chain as standard, which is about 45 centimetres and 50 centimetres. They're all thereabouts. Isn't it funny, when I talk to you about gemstones, I always talk in mil. So if you ask me how big the gemstone was, I would measure it and give you in millimetres. But if you ask me how long the chain was, I would tell you in inches. And that's just because of my training. I did my training very, very early on when I worked and I started working with jewellery. It was people who were all feet and inches, and then as I came along and did training with my gemstones, it was all in millimetres. So I sort of passed that on, and I have to be really conscious of that when I'm on the website as well, because I'm typing away and I put, oh, your chain is this many inches and your gemstone is this many millimetres, and people must think, what on earth? So I have to make sure that I put the translation, if you like, next to both of them, so you can have them in inches or in millimetres, either or, so you know where you are. Easier sometimes just to put it next to a penny, isn't it? And then you can see. So £75 that one then, rose quartz and gorgeous, gorgeous amethyst. And then sticking with amethyst, it's an amethyst special tonight. Love these. So I've got two of these pendants. So we're going to have one at Adorn and one is over at Acorn. Most of what I'm going to show you tonight is ones and twos. So as usual, if you see something that you love, then let me know and I can send you an invoice straight away after the show. I'm very efficient. So a nice big piece next, a nice big piece of amethyst. I think a lot of us who watch on a Friday night like the statement pieces, and then a few of you like, we're sort of one extreme to the other, I think, on the Friday night. Some of us like really, really big and bold, and some of us like really minimal, which is lovely. And I'm wearing both today. I've got something teeny tiny on, something a bit bigger as well, although I'm always rather large with my rings. I love big rings. But I was chatting to somebody the other day and saying that when I was a teenager, it shows how your jewellery and your style in general changes, because I never ever would have dreamed of wearing anything this big. That would have been huge. That would have been huge for me. Isn't it funny how your taste changes as you grow? I love this piece of amethyst. Alison says, LJ, gorgeous jewellery, thank you. Hi, Ali, I hope you're okay. And Nolene says, love it. Leslie said, would also look lovely on a talk. It would look lovely on a talk. Shall we try? Let's have a look. So this one is a really gorgeous oval faceted amethyst. A really, really pretty colour. Gorgeous, love it. Nice open back again, so we're letting all that light through, and a nice silver setting. Everything I've got to show you tonight is in silver as well. And there she is on a talk. So she just sits beautifully again, doesn't she? Absolutely lovely. Let's just lean in a little so you can see in camera, but it gives you a little bit of context as well as to how big she is. So she's not a huge piece, but she is a nice statement. And being all that one colour in the faceted amethyst, she catches the light so beautifully. She's a lovely, lovely piece. There, let's pop her back on the chain. And all the pieces that I show you tonight, of course, are priced with the chain, so they're ready to wear straight away. And I put them on these nice little Belcher chains. So they're a nice chain for you to put on. And Stephanie says, bought up with pounds, shilling and pence, stones, pounds and ounces, yard, feet and inches. Yes, so you'd be, on our website, you would be looking at the inches. Yeah, it takes a little bit of sort of figuring out, doesn't it, when it's in a different, when it's in mil and you're used to inches, and yeah, and vice versa. I spend half my life asking and sort of Googling this to inches to millimetres to make sure I get the right size for you all. Leslie says, stunning, it's gorgeous, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful piece. £75 again, this one. And I just love that. And then it won't surprise you to know that when I saw this piece, I also saw the next piece, this wonderful pear-shaped piece, and I had to have this piece. I had to bring this to you because if you've watched before, then you may know that the pear shape is one of my absolute favourite shapes in jewellery, the pear and the marquee. I adore them with that taper. I think they look just so beautiful. So that faceted amethyst in the pear shape was just, I had to have this one. Now again, she's set in a gorgeous silver setting. She's open at the back, a really nice, plain and simple setting. So the amethyst does all the talking here. No fuss to the bail, really simple chain. All the attention is on the gemstone and this gorgeous faceting in there. And when you wear her and she moves, she catches the light beautifully. It bounces from all of her facets. She's an absolutely gorgeous purple. Stephanie says, you do not get on with metric measurements. Yeah, you're definitely feet and inches. Yes, quite right too. That's it. I shall have to, I think gemstones for me are easier in millimetres because you can get smaller measurements more easily, and obviously a lot of the gemstones that we deal with when we're talking about diamonds and that kind of thing, they can go down to really tiny, you know, sort of 4 mil and 6 mil is a huge, you know, a really nice sized diamond, isn't it? But you can go really far down, so I think I use mil better there. But if I'm visually trying to think of something, then I'm better in feet and inches, and I think that's because of how tall. I'm going to tell you how I measure things now, of how tall I am, and I know that I'm 5'10", and so if I imagine, if somebody says, oh yeah, this is X many feet, I can imagine myself lying down along. Does anybody else do that? That's how I picture things in my head if people say, yeah. So I don't know, I couldn't tell you offhand how tall I am in meters, but yeah, I'm 5'10", so you know, if I think about 6 foot, then I can envisage things. So that's I find that easier to measure. Amanda says, sorry, running late. Beautiful. Amanda, you do not have to apologise. Late but worth the wait. Yeah, we don't mind at all. All amethyst tonight, Amanda. This gorgeous sparkly. Absolutely love this. If you do ever join us a little later as well, I always post the full video later on Facebook, and then on Saturday morning it's over on YouTube as well, so you can watch it on YouTube. And I do that because if you've got friends who haven't got a Facebook account, or don't like Facebook, or don't watch Facebook, then you can direct them over to YouTube, and I'm on there as well. Obviously I'm not live there, but I put the live over on there. And if you struggle to find it, there's a link in our Instagram bio, and that takes you straight over onto YouTube. £75 as well, this one then, and that's including the chain, and she will fit beautifully on your talk as well. That really nice generous bail. Stephanie says you can always work out measurements in 1/64 of an inch. Yeah, I might stick with the millimetres, I think. Yeah, with my brain and numbers anyway. Kate says measuring inches, visualising my old school ruler. Ah, that is a very good idea. I like that. I think we're a feet and inches crowd then, aren't we, mainly? Gorgeous. Open backed again. Fabulous. So they're the pendants. I've got some wonderful bracelets to show you as well tonight. Absolutely lovely. And so these pieces that I'm showing you now, a couple of them are going to be online. I've been photographing today to try and get as many of them as I can over the weekend. Realistically, I think they'll all be online probably early next week. So if you see any pieces that you like, then they'll be in the shop, they'll be at a dawn. Obviously we take them over to Acorn with a little bit of notice as well, but just let me know, because they're not going to be online straight away. A couple of them are, because I managed to get them photographed, but not all of them. So this is my first bracelet that I want to show you tonight. I'm a little bit about the asymmetry tonight, aren't I? I didn't really realise. And this one is a gorgeous. We've got squares and rectangles in the amethyst. There, you see? And the squares are set in a diamond shape. And the amethysts are just set that little bit off centre, and that gives a real sense of movement to this bracelet. Absolutely gorgeous. Each piece is linked and can move independently, so a really nice comfortable bracelet to wear. Now I should have measured these, I haven't. They're very, very new. But all of the bracelets that I'm going to show you tonight, bar one, have all got extenders on, so you can fasten them very short. So this one I think is going to start at about 7.5 inches and probably go up to just over 8 inches. See, inches again with the bracelet. Never do bracelets in mil. Isn't that funny? Chain and bracelets. It's what I learned. One of the first things I learned, obviously, you know, when you're learning about jewellery, one of the first things that you learn is the standard lengths for everything and that kind of thing. And the standard length for a bracelet is 7.5 inches, between 7 and 7.5. 7.5. When I started actually in jewellery, it was 7.5. Now it's 7.5, 7.75. Another bit of info. You know, if this comes up in a quiz somewhere, then wow, you're golden, aren't you? I don't think that it will though, don't hold your breath. But there you go, just a little bit of interesting factoid there for you. But yeah, generally about 7.5 inches for bracelet, which is doomed for some of you, I know, because your wrists are smaller, and doomed for some of you, I know, because your wrists are bigger. But these ones hopefully will bridge that gap, because we're going up to about 8 inches with these. If you're unsure how to measure as well, I've done a nice guide on our website. If you search how to measure for a bangle, that'll give you an idea of how to measure for a bracelet as well. It tells you how to work out the circumference of your wrist. It does include pie, but not the chocolate kind. Catherine says, hi, nice to see you today. Oh, it was lovely to see you today, Catherine, as well. Lovely to have your company tonight. Stephanie says, Elsa works in metric. Elsa booking the trend and says, yeah, you're just old-fashioned. Well, I think we all are then, aren't we? Yes, I'm a little bit of both. Depends what you're asking me about. But this bracelet, I can't tell you in mil, but I can tell you that she goes up to about 8 inches. I love the colour of the amethyst in here. It's absolutely beautiful. It's not too soft. It's definitely got a nice colour to it, but it's not the deepest purple. I'm trying to get you a good, can you see? It's sort of a lilac. Gorgeous. £75, the bracelet. £75 is the magic number. I think most things that I'm going to show you tonight are £75, including this next piece. And this next piece is Another gorgeous bracelet. And Adam and I, when we choose pieces, sometimes we go together and we look at everything together. Sometimes we go separately and look at things, and we often, and I don't know whether this is because we've got similar taste or just because we've been together for too long, but we often choose the same piece and say, oh, look at, oh right, yeah, it's the same piece. That's what we did with this. I love, love, love this bracelet. Absolutely gorgeous. It's amethyst and white topaz. And I just think that works so well together. A really nice gallery setting to each of the gemstones, so letting all of that light in, and a gorgeous Tongan groove clasp. One of my favourite types of clasp, let me show you. So it just clicks together nicely there. A safety over the side, a safety over the other side. And that's just gorgeous. Now this one hasn't got the extending part on. It is the length that it is because of the Tongan groove clasp. So let me have a little look and an estimate. And I would estimate that that's about 7.5. It's about a standard size. And I just love the way that looks. Absolutely wonderful. It's funny, isn't it, how sometimes the concentration of colour can be added to by putting something more subtle in there. So a gorgeous purple colour, I think you notice more because it's every other. Isn't that funny? Just with that white topaz there to set it off. Absolutely gorgeous. The white topaz in here is just stunning. Stephanie says, we love your on-air sign. Oh, thank you. This is a present from Mum and Dad for Christmas, for my birthday this was. And I opened it and went, yeah, so everybody knows when I'm on air. And it lights up as well. It is actually lit up. I don't think you can tell, can you? Because everything's lit up. But it does light up, so I can turn it on when I'm on air. It's great, isn't it? Oh, thank you. Thank you for noticing. Love this one. £75 this one as well. And again, that pear shape, and it's got that gorgeous taper to each individual gemstone, all beautifully faceted as well. Gorgeous. And faceted again for this next piece, a very unusual shape of the bracelet. It's got these wonderful, wonderful curves, pear shaped to either side. The silver is textured in the centre, so hammered and looking absolutely wonderful. Open at the back as well, and this reminds me of a vine or a garland. I think it just looks fabulous. It's got quite a natural feel to it. It looks beautiful on the wrist. Again with that extender there as well, so we can wear shorter or longer depending on your wrist size, and also depending on what you're wearing. It's nice to have that adjustment, I think, sometimes if you're wearing sleeves. Don't know why I had to show you know what a sleeve looks like, but if you're wearing sleeves, then I tend to wear my bracelets and bangles just below on the top of my hand so you can see. But if you're wearing short sleeves, then you don't need to, so you can wear them a little bit further up. Just gives you a couple of options. Love the amethyst in here again. And I just love the whole vibe of this bracelet. It feels very natural to me. I just think it's wonderful. A really nice movement there. Absolutely gorgeous. £75 again, this one. Again for the amethyst. It's almost the £75 show tonight, isn't it? This next piece is a little bit more, but you'll see why. Let me show you. Now, you know, I usually save a big statement piece and the one that I'm most excited for the top of the show. And this is what I've done tonight. I am extremely excited about this next piece. I can't wait to show you. It's a piece that I saw, fell in love with, walked away. I was thinking, I'm just getting a notification that my Mac's going to go to sleep. Gosh, that went quickly. Let me see if I can plug in. No, I'm using all my plugs. Just have to show you very quickly and hope. If I disappear, it's because my Mac's gone. Sorry about that. So let me show you this. No more talking about it. Let me just show you. Look at this. Oh, I love this piece. And you know, I often buy pieces because I just adore them. And this was definitely one of those pieces. I thought that you probably would too. I thought some of you would like it as a piece on somebody else, and some of you would like it in your collection, because it is very much a statement. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous bracelet. And she sits almost like a bangle around the whole wrist. Wonderful faceted amethyst. Now she is going to be online. She'll be online by the end of the show, this piece. Just in case I disappear. A T-bar fastening, and you've got your choice of length again there. Now I measured her earlier. She's going to go from about 6.5 inches. So if you've got a smaller wrist, then that's good. So she's going to go from about there, 6.5, to about 8 inches. So quite a lot of play in this piece, whether you've got a smaller wrist or a bigger wrist. And if you want to wear her, 24 faceted amethysts in all, and each one on the back individually attached. So each of these pieces moves independently, all handmade. And absolutely gorgeous. £295 this one. She almost looks like a suit of armour, doesn't she, because of the way that she's been put together on the back. And it's a piece that I will be tremendously jealous of the person who ends up owning this piece. It's another piece that I've said oftentimes, that I love a piece and I'm very good, and I put her out and think, oh my goodness, and it's because I know the person who buys her and who chooses her will love her as much as I love her. There. That's one of the perils of working with something that you adore so much, is that you see something and think, I can't possibly have everything for myself. I must put something in the shop. So I promise she'll go in the shop. She's wonderful though, isn't she? Absolutely gorgeous. I just love her. Georgina says, wow. Pauline says, gorgeous. And oh, it might fit me. Do you know, Pauline, I think it might. She just adjusts. She does adjust quite small. I think about 6.5 inches at the shortest when I measured. So she might fit you. A bracelet that fits. That's amazing. Oh, exciting times. And that's our gorgeous amethyst. I hope you've enjoyed them this week. It's been very, very wonderful to have your company. Now, I've written an amethyst blog, so if you want to find out a little bit more, then you can find that on our website, and that will tell you even more about February's birthstone. Gorgeous. So the pieces will be going online over the weekend, and they'll be in the shop. They'll be at a dawn from, well, tomorrow. And they'll be, I don't know why I didn't figure that out sooner then. And the rose quartz will also be over at Acorn as well from tomorrow. Oh, all extremely exciting. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. If you've had a good time, and I hope you have, then come and see me very soon. And if you can't pop in, then do join me again next Friday at 7 o'clock. Remember then, until next we meet, eat, sleep, sparkle, repeat, and I'll see you soon. Bye everybody, see you soon, bye.